Attack! Destroy the Narmada! This land is ours now!
To him, this was no triumph call. It was betrayal of order. Before thought had words, the earth whispered to those who listened. They moved as shadows among beasts greater than themselves. One among them saw more than hunger. She saw a pattern. Strength alone could no longer feed the tribe. To question was to invite the elders' wrath.
Fire was their guardian, yet their chains.
Roh feared what he could not name, the spark behind her gaze.
She saw balance, not in survival, but in form.
Symmetry whispered a secret of control. The young still heard wonder before fear.
Their tools obeyed the earth, not the mind.
Each spark was a thought made visible. She shaped time with patience. Unaware, she shaped destiny.
Old eyes saw blasphemy, where new ones saw birth.
Curiosity is a contagion the spirits could not curse. Change seldom comes beneath clear skies. Creation demands a price. For the first time, the edge obeyed intention.
Symmetry had found its maker.
In her hands, survival met art.
Creation was born not from strength, but from patience. Some saw her curiosity as danger, a whisper of change they could not trust. He saw in her the spark of something ancient, a fire he once feared to lose.
Change rippled through them like fire through dry grass.
We must move quickly.
If we are discovered, all is lost.
To question the old ways was to hide your breath from the wind. The old spoke of omens. Light on the water meant the gods watched. The old spoke of omens. Light on the water meant the gods watched. Among men, whispers are blades sharper than stone.
She stood between what was and what could be. Half dream, half defiance.
Attack! Destroy the Narmada! This land is ours now!
Perfection is never loud. It arrives in silence. And so the spark became a mirror, reflecting all they feared to see. Envy, the first shadow cast by progress. Division took root, not in blood, but in belief. In the silence between breaths, something watched them.
Conventional, once born, demands to be tested.
The elders' silence became their shield.
Fear, the truest signal of life.
Men faced the dark, not with courage, but with defiance. And in that stillness we'll roam. Even the night held its breath. Predators knew no gods, only hunger.
In her, fear turned to purpose.
Violence, Magor. The price of Savickel's gift.
Together they fought. Killing. Chaos reborn as unity.
He saw the dawn, Gaudi. Not of safety, but of awakening.
And from the ashes of night, humanity took its first breath.
Morning came heavy. Victory tasted of blood and doubt. To him, this was no triumph, Colin. It was betrayal of order.
Her hands had built, and her hands had destroyed.
Fear spreads fastest when given a name.
And the name they chose was her own.
The voice of wisdom trembled in the storm of fear.
Faith cracked, not in the gods, but in himself.
Judgment was not spoken, Hawaiian. It was sung.
Compassion, the faintest ember in a fire of rage.
He saw her courage as rebellion, and rebellion as sin.
For the first time, she spoke without words. The old gave her strength, even as he feared what it would cost.
He called to the gods to cleanse their tribe of her madness.
To destroy what she made was to kill what she'd become.
Civilization was born screaming.
He sought reason, but found only reflection. Compassion moved faster than fear. Wisdom must walk alone when the tribe forgets its path. Faith, once unshaken, now trembled under the weight of fear.
Beyond the flames, peace still waited for the brave.
She saw herself not as exile broke grief, but as beginning.
Healing became their new language.
Even the wise must choose between tribe and truth.
Hope, the softest rebellion.
And from the ashes of fear, a new tribe began to breathe.
In the heart of the fire, her truth met his fear, Ned, and the tribe trembled.
He who once guided, now condemned.
Fear cloaked itself in authority.
She would not bend, for within her hands burned the dawn of change.
Strength found its voice in loyalty.
In innocence, courage took its first breath.
The spirits speak to me now. Your time is done. Judgment fell, and the dust remembered.
She was alone, yet unbroken.
When truth burns too bright, the blind retreat.
He did not follow a leader, he followed faith.
And so, the old world closed its door. Into exile, they carried light.
The world beyond waited dead, vast, unkind, alive.
In reflection, she saw rebirth.
Every shadow could be fate.
He remembered. Every exile begins with faith. The young learn courage through fear. Creation to die on, her rebellion and her hope.
Outcasts, they were dead. Yet destiny had only just begun to whisper.
Outcast, yet destiny had only just begun to.
Outcasts they were, yet destiny had only just begun to whisper. In innocence, danger finds its loudest echo.
Not for land, but for fear.
They came not for land, but for fear.
Men forged from hunger, their gods' conquest.
For every creation, there comes destruction.
Instinct became command. Defend the perimeter. Hold the line. Old wisdom burns brightest when death approaches. Fire, their first god, their last defense. The earth itself recoiled.
Creation cuts both ways.
In the silence between breaths, the hunter becomes the hunted. Survival is not noble, nay, it is necessary. Fire, their first god, their last defense.
Even the smallest breath can defy fate.
The past had come to destroy its own creation.
He fought not for truth hide, but for the fear of losing it.
Defiance Brain, her final invention.
Father and daughter of the same fire.
civilization poured in ash.
Protection was an instinct older than thought.
The old world knelt prone and passed its fire onward.